Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to A Queen's Roundtable Show. I am your host, Jacqueline Kabah Harrison. We come to you live every second and fourth Sunday of the month with a new entrepreneur. Basically, here we just talk openly and honestly about entrepreneurship, the ups and the downs, and about how each guest ends on a note of offering different tools and techniques to help you continue to level up your business. So, if you do not have a pad and a pen, go ahead and grab one and get your favorite beverage and just sit back, relax, and just get ready for the show. Okay? All right, so without further ado, I'm going to let my special guest introduce herself.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you, first of all, Miss Jacqueline, for just offering your platform to me and for interviewing me. I am very humbled by it, and thank you again for this esteemed honor. I do appreciate you for that. I am Bianca Miss B Lee. I am Miss B. Okay, I am Miss B. I hail from Chicago, Illinois. Born and raised. I am one of 9 children. I am the first girl, but and the third child. Okay, everybody's mama though. Everybody's mama. Okay, yes, ma'am. So, I come from a very, very family oriented background. Still to this day, I am very, very, very family oriented. I do everything that I do for them ultimately, you know what I mean? Of course, for the community, for, the people. However, for my family to reap the benefits of everything that I do, that is why I move. That is why I move. Okay. Let me see. Other things about me. I've been in the music industry since I was 5. Okay. Signed and singing and all of those things. That was my life. That is my first love, of course. And then sometimes when your first love, something that you do so naturally and just do, just for fun, just for the love of it, sometimes you just need a break from it when it's turned from fun to business. You know what I mean? You need a break from it every now and again. So my break from that was to remain creative, but go into a whole nother sector, which is beauty. That was my second thing. That was my outlet. That's where I was able to breathe, still creating, still forming and structuring, but still able to just kind of release into something very beautiful, taking something so mangled and tangled and then, having such a beautiful finishing touch. That was my thing. I absolutely adored that. You know what I'm saying? Bringing smiles to the women's faces and stuff, bringing that, what I call, pulling out the queen within, you know what I mean? Letting your exterior match your interior. I absolutely love doing that. And then that just developed. I became a master cosmetologist. I became a master cosmetology instructor. I then became a platform artist with hair and makeup, things like that. Having not lost the music side, I still develop and mature and prepare artists and writers, get them ready and presentable before they go to labels and stages and interviews and things like that, because that is a thing. Okay, a lot of artists, they think that that's their ability to sing, write, rap, whatever. That's all they need. No. You need some grooming. You know what I mean? You need stage presence, right? Because everybody is a superstar in their bathroom. Okay. Everybody can put on a whole concert in their living room, but when you hit that stage, what do you do? Okay. So that's a whole different thing. So it's just a matter of just music, beauty, and then my newest baby is business. I know music, I know beauty, but business, I know even more than the two of those things. And I'm talking about 30 plus years in both of those sectors combined. Okay. So yes, ma'am. Business is my newest baby. And my thing is taking people's potential, taking their thing that they really love to do, and showing them how to monetize that thing. You know what I mean? Showing them how to bring some type of stream of income into it. Because one of the key things in business is that you're not truly wealthy until you have 7 to 10 streams of income. And a lot of people feel like they got to go to college and get these degrees. No shade, no tea against college, okay? But they feel like they have to go through all of this red tape in order to, I have to be a doctor. I have to be this. I have to be a CEO. I have to be that. You don't have to be all of that. Everything that you need is already in you. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of identifying those things, what I call recognizing your resources. You recognize what's already in you. You put a demand on those things. You monetize those things, and boom, you have multiple streams of income. Yes, ma'am. That's what I do.
You know what? You said a lot. I'm sitting over here. I always tell everybody, and those that know me, y'all know I have senior moments.
Yeah.
I don't like to, interrupt. I like to let you go. So sometimes I may not remember. I just have to stop you because I want to say something right then.
Go right ahead.
You basically said so much, and so many different things I kind of wanted to pull from.
Sure.
But so what I'm really hearing from you is multiple streams of income.
Sure.
I am really recognizing, which I kind of knew this before, which is why I invited you to the show.
Okay.
Is your ability, you have so many different streams. And so many different things that you're great at. And it's just nice to kind of hear, and I'm pretty sure bits and pieces may come out a little more as we talk, but like everything, how everything happened.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to go back to, I know you said you've been doing, like, I guess in the entertainment arena, if you will.
Yes.
So I kind of wanted to go back to that a little bit. I wanted to say, I know that probably ruffled a lot of feathers.
What's that?
In reference to the whole education piece.
Got it.
I know I grew up in a home where everything was go to school, get an education and get a good job, and I was born in the 70s. My parents were born in the 40s.
Yes.
So that was, that's always been very big, and especially within the African American community.
You know it. Yes. Yes.
So, yes, I kind of wanted you to speak a little bit more to that.
Yes.
Those couple of things off the top of my head is what I wanted to kind of.
Yeah. Not a problem.
Oh, and you know what? And see, here we go. Until now, it's coming to me. So, and also speak a little bit more about how you said. A lot of people think that, if they're in the entertainment industry, that their, beautiful voice or, is going to be enough, and how there's so much more that they need. Everybody so those three things, and let me acknowledge the people that have joined us.
Yes.
Wayne Lewis. We have a Skylar.
Yeah, Skylar. Those are my children.
Okay. And Bianca, and Shauna and Chanel.
Yes.
All right. So thank you all so much for joining us. I just want to make sure that I acknowledge you guys.
Yes. Okay. Hey, y'all.
Take it away.
Hello. Okay. So I'm going to touch on the three things that you brought up. Number one, the schooling. Okay. And yes, that was something that was very, very huge. I'm talking about this was the American dream was this, right? So we said, you go to school. Okay, you go to elementary school, you go to middle school, you go to high school, you go to college, you graduate, you get your degree, you go into a working job, and then you make your money, and you get you a good wife or husband, you have your children, you work and work and work, you get that house with that picket fence, you have a little dog named Rover, and then you just retire, and then boom, you die. Nowhere in there are we having fun. Are we doing this? And no one's talking about what is that thing that you love to do? What's your favorite hobby? What is your, what's your naturally God-given gift? No one talking about none of that. Everything is so structured and cookie cutter and blah, 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 blah. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with school. Education is amazing. Even when you go into your trade, there's something that you naturally love to do. You have to have some type of what is called continued education, to where you have those things that avenue that fine tunes that thing, right? Because I knew how to naturally sing. However, I needed to be fine-tuned. I needed control. I needed pitch. I needed to be able to hear and then duplicate. I needed all of those things. I need depth. I needed all of those things in order to be a qualified as a professional singer. There's a difference. A singer versus an artist. A singer versus a professional. There's a difference. Same thing in beauty. In beauty, anybody can do hair. Anybody can put a ponytail up there. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can do something, a little something cute just to get you by. But there's a difference between someone who can do hair versus a professional a beauty professional. Okay? Schooling is very important. Development is even more important. Okay, so I'm not shunning school whatsoever. Go to school. We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have all of those, and we need you to go to school. Go to school, okay? Go to school. Get your degree, all of those things. If that's something that you want to do, absolutely do those things. Okay, but everybody is not meant for school. I didn't find, trust me, I went to it. I went to school myself. However, I was going to school for a field that I did not have a passion for.
And what was that?
Accounting.
Oh, that's so opposite. So,
do you hear me? That part right there? Okay, I worked in accounts payable and receivable for years. Okay. And I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm in a cubicle. I'm staring at a computer for 8 to 12 hours a day. Mm-hmm. And my office had no windows. I was around wood paneling, okay, all day long. And I didn't know whether it was daylight or nighttime. It's like, what? I'm staring at files and paperworks and envelopes and cabinets and petitions. No, that's not for everybody. That's not for everybody. Here's the thing. When I say, and this is, we're going to go into the topic, which is being in purpose on purpose. When I say that, in order for me to operate in the realm at which I'm operating right now, I literally had to figure out who it was I was, what was I made of, and then step into it. Okay, I had to find out who it was, who I am, what's in me, and then walk it out. Okay. And I had to do it unapologetically, meaning I don't care about what, I'm not taking no survey. This ain't no poll. I'm not asking no opinions about what it is that I want to do. Oh, okay. Because it's what I want to do. What my mother did in her life, that's great. That was her choice. What my father did in his life, that's great. That was his choice. What I do with mine is my choice. And I don't owe anybody any explanations about it. Okay. And so that's what I had to learn. I'm not living my one life for other people. I'm living my one life for me. And in order for me to do that, I had to find out who I am, what's in me, what is my purpose. I've learned so often that no matter what, I don't care how old someone is, I've seen so many people not know what their purpose was. And I'm talking about 50, 60, 70 years old, and they have no clue what their God-given, what they were put on this earth for, other than working, taking care of your wife or your husband, raising children, feeding your dog, and retiring and dying.
Right. Yeah. Paying some bills. Yep.
Paying some bills. They have spent their lives paying bills and taking care of people instead of doing what it is that they love to do. Okay. Now, when it comes down to, there's an author, someone that I follow so greatly, and I used to sing at his church. He had a praise conference every year, and his name is Dr. Miles Monroe over in Nassau, Bahamas. When I tell you, very noted minister out there, very noted, wisdom. Oh my God, he touched on purpose and potential so greatly, it was uncanny, like it was ridiculous. But one thing that he said that had always stuck with me is that the wealthiest place on the face of this earth is the cemetery.
The wealthy.
Okay. The wealthiest place, where the most money is. And we, you would think it would be the headstones, the caskets, all of that stuff. No, not even close to any of that. He said the reason that it's labeled that is because in those graves, in those caskets are unwritten books, unwritten songs, untapped into purpose, right? Mm-hmm. Because of maybe one of 5 or 4 reasons. Number 1, fear of failure. Yeah. Okay. Number 2, fear of opinion. Yeah. Okay. Number 3, inferiority complex. You don't feel like you're worthy of it. Mm-hmm. Number 4, ironically enough, superiority complex. You're better than this. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. 5, comfort zone. You're comfortable. I just want to make my 9 to 5. I just want to listen. Me and my $18 an hour, we good. As long as I can take care of my kids, I'm good. And that's fine. If that's what you want, then you go right ahead. Mm-hmm. But for those who want more, you can't shoot them for wanting more. You know what I mean? You can't be fussing at them for wanting more. And I say this all the time. I got 24 hours. You got 24 hours. What I do with my 24 is what I choose. But you have the same opportunity to choose to make some different decisions for yours. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The same opportunities that were extended to me could be extended to you. It's just about coming away from what you're accustomed to. In order to do new things, you got to step out on new grounds. Yeah. Okay. And so that's what it is for me. So that is my thing about school. Go to school, do what you got to do. If your purpose requires you to go to school. Right. But if your purpose does not, right. And if you've had adequate amount of education and you can walk into your purpose right now, then don't delay. Okay. Everybody knows me. Who knows me, they know that I'm a believer. I believe. I read the word, I quote the word, I live for God, and that's it. That's all. Okay. Now, but there's a scripture in the Bible that says the people of the world are waiting for the children of God. My question is always and will ever forever be, how long will you keep them waiting?
Okay.
How long?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely want to I'm going to actually type it in a minute. I got my everything set up here, y'all.
Okay.
But I'm definitely going to put those bullet points in that you just mentioned. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But before I ask you to repeat it, because I'm pretty sure people out there may be like, I missed number 2 case, but it's so profound.
Yeah.
So, but before I put that in, maybe I missed it. Mm. Did you say you have children?
I had a son. He's in heaven right now. Okay. Mm-hmm. I had one son, Josiah Daniel Lee, and that's my only baby boy. Okay. He's in heaven. He was delivered. He was born and then he passed away shortly after. So that was in 2011. That's my baby boy. That's my only birthed son. However, children ain't got to come through the birth canal, honey. Some children you can either adopt. Some children, they are God-given and they're just divinely connected to you. And when I say I have children, I have children. I have a whole, how Father Abraham had many sons, Miss B got many children. Okay. So, and so that's what it is. All of my people that for whatever reason, I don't know why they've been sent, but they've been sent. You know what I mean? And so when they come to me, I don't consider, it's not by happenstance to me. I always consider the reason. There's a reason for everything. You know what I mean? What do they say? Reason, season, lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
That, you got to just take the people in your life and put them in the right category for the right reason, season or lifetime. The reason that they're here, find that out and get to it. The season, how long should they be in your life, whether it's for what season should they be in your life, or whatever the case. And then lifetime, some people are just meant to stay with you. You know what I mean? From your beginning to your end. And so the children that I have, they have been connected to me by one way or another, whether it's by spirit, whether it's because some were in need of a motherly love, a mother's love, whether they were sent to me by way of a business, and they needed someone to walk with them hand in hand on how to cultivate that thing. Some of them needed to be shown how to pull their purpose out of them. You know what I'm saying? What is it that you see in me? That's one question that a lot of people don't ask. Okay. And that's when they have their inner core, the people that they highly trust. Mm-hmm. Not often enough do we go to each other and say, hey, I want to ask you a question. The question is, what do you see in me? Okay. Okay. Number one, what do you see in me? And then two, how can I improve myself? In what ways can I improve myself? If these people are trusted, if you love them and you trust them and you honor them and they honor and love and trust you, then that means that anything that they tell you, it's not to hurt you, it's to help you. Right? Constructive criticism. And so a lot of us, the problem is the reason that we can't ask that question is because we on go, honey. We defensive. Somebody tell us something we don't want to hear. We ready to snap. We got the sister girl syndrome, the neck rotation happening right here. We ready to throw that finger up and who you think you talking to. You know what I'm saying? Instead of receiving what it is. Some people are connected to us to give us exactly what we need to take us over into our next level and our next realm. And so when I say I have children, that's who they are to me. And I mean, it's a lot of them. Okay. It's a lot of them. Some of them are even older than me and they call me Mama B, and I call them daughter or son. Okay. Definitely. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm just looking at some of the comments.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Let me scroll it down here. So one important comment here.
Yeah.
Scared?
Listen. Absolutely. We are so scared of them. When I tell you, it's so crazy. Why are we so afraid to hear the truth? The truth will do what? Just like the words say, it will make you free. The moment we hear the truth, it will make us free. Come on. Now I can go into this whole, us as a community, us as a culture, us as a race. Hello. If we heard the truth often as we should, okay, a lot of us would not be acting the way that we act. All right. That's why we sometimes, unfortunately, we don't know how to come together and build and grow because we're scared to hear the truth. Everybody want to be the leader, but if somebody come and tell you the truth, hey, daughter, son, you ain't ready yet. Let's step aside and let somebody you need to follow before you lead, because a good leader serves the people that they're leading.
Right.
You don't know how to serve yet, child. Okay. Grown is all know what. You don't know how to serve yet, child. Okay. You need to fall back. Let somebody else who's prepared, let them lead until you are ready to step up and take the reins. But right now, you ain't ready. A lot of people don't want to hear those words. And you know why? Because they probably know it already in their gut and their spirit. They know they ain't ready. They just want that title. A lot of people want that role, that leadership, because of the title. You know what I mean? But they're prematurely taken out of the oven. They ain't baked. They ain't done yet. Okay. That's the problem for some. Your bread ain't all the way cooked, but you want to be taken out the oven because you want somebody to know you bread. Okay. No. Go ahead and have a seat. Have a seat and be taught. Have a seat and be trained. And here's another thing that I want to say to my lovely elders out there. My beautiful, lovely, respected, seasoned elders. Some of you all's freedom and truth can come out of the mouth of somebody younger than you.
You're right.
But because of pride,
that old saying of you can learn something from anybody.
But see, because of pride,
Yeah.
some people's pride is so, and God bless my elders, but some of our elders are so set in their ways that they refuse to bend, especially to somebody younger than them.
Yeah.
Because what you don't know. I've been here longer than you. You know what I'm saying?
I know a lot of them too. So
Woo, listen, don't listen. If we get to counting, we'll be all day.
yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
the reason I wanted to touch on, or I had mentioned again, brought it up in reference to the children, is
yeah,
because a lot of times when I interview women, because and especially us as African American women,
yeah,
it's very easy for us to not even know what we like, or even have a real sense of who we are, much
yeah,
less walking in your purpose. Because
yeah,
the fact that we are so accustomed, I guess, and so groomed to put our needs to the side.
yes,
I mean, because we're primarily focused on raising our children.
yes, ma'am.
We're focused on, if we have a spouse or a significant other, or
Yes,
sometimes we're focused on caring for an elderly parent, or
yes,
keeping the family together, whatever the case is.
yes.
That I find it time and time again that women are like, I don't even know who I am. Like, here they are, 40 something years old. And believe me, ladies, it's no shame in it. I'm not saying that in that respect. I'm just keeping
Yeah.
it real. And I also want you to know too that it's not too late. So I find that comes up repeatedly.
Yeah.
And a lot of times one of the questions I ask is, what advice would you give to a younger version of yourself? And so
Mm.
many people say, just to live my life for me, and not be so worried about what everybody else's opinion is about what I should be doing and what I shouldn't be doing. Or really better yet, what everybody else's opinion is about what you should be happy with or what should make
That's it. That's it.
So I kind of wanted you to, talk a little bit about that. Like I said, that's why I went down that path in reference to children,
Yeah.
because I know a lot of times I run into a lot of women that are just kind of coming into themselves after
Hmm.
the children are grown, but that's because it's like, okay, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do? I'm not raising nobody, so what am I going to do now?
Mm.
And it's just this, whole reinvention
Yes. Yes.
of yourself, so
Yeah.
I kind of wanted you to, talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's actually good. Reinventing yourself. One thing, especially being in the beauty arena, we are way more than just stylists and beauticians, honey. We are therapists. We are Planned Parenthood. We are marriage counselors, honey. We everything. Okay. So a lot of times, unfortunately, I've heard so many stories of my mothers and my wives come in and say and talk about how the only time that they have to themselves is when they step into the salon. The only time that they have to themselves is when the children are in school before COVID, right? The children are in school, the husbands are off to work and all of those things. And that's the only time I have a chance to get to me and have some me time. And my thing is this, because you're talking to someone who was a wife. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so and in that I worked, I had duties as a wife. I hadn't my son has was gone to be with the Lord. However, I still had guardianship over children. Okay. Had my parent in the home with me. It was just a lot of responsibility. And sometimes you can be so much to everybody else and be absolutely nothing to yourself. Nothing. And so with that, you stated that a lot of the people that has come on, they've said, well, I would tell my younger self to live your life. Let me tell you something. Live your life. Just because you are someone's wife don't mean that you cannot still be who you are. Here's the thing. Before you said I do, that's why I always bring it back to purpose, right? I always bring it back to purpose. Because when you are everything to everybody else and nothing to yourself, you lose who you are. At a certain point, you will absolutely You will look at yourself in the mirror and don't know who the person is. You cannot recognize who the person is whatsoever. And that is you staring at you. And it's like, golly, I have made like, what's the movie? Is it Runaway Bride? I want to say Runaway Bride, where every relationship that she got into, she always conformed. Huh?
Julia Roberts.
Right. Yes. I absolutely love her as an actress. I love her. But every relationship that she entered, she conformed to what they wanted as opposed to what she wanted. And so one relationship he liked scrambled eggs. So she ate scrambled eggs. Another one, he wanted poached. So she poached. So she liked the poached. Another one, he wanted boiled. So she ate his boiled. And then when she got to herself, she was like, how do I like my eggs? You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how I like my eggs, right? She said she ended up like, I think I like sunny side up. That's the thing, because she never knew, because she was being everything to everybody. And that is one mistake that we as women make. We forget that just because we forget who we were before we said I do. Well, that does not mean you,
or before we had children.
Or before we had children. We forgot the person that we were. We forgot the zeal that we had. We forgot the energy that we had. We forgot the passions that we had. What was it that you enjoyed doing prior to all of your roles? What was that? And a lot of people, they don't know how to get back to that, because they're so deep into, and there's nothing wrong. Motherhood is gorgeous, beautiful. Being a wife is beautiful, all of those things. However, we're so dug deep into those roles that we don't know how to climb ourselves back to us. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. One thing that we have been conditioned not to enjoy, and that is those selfish moments. It's okay to be selfish. It is okay to be selfish. Hello, I just need somebody to understand. Listen, turn to your neighbor to the right and left and say, it's okay to be selfish. Because if you don't look out for you, who's going to look out for you? One thing about a woman, we can wear multiple hats. No shade to our men. I love our men and things like that, but they can't do what we do. And we certainly can't do what they do, but they definitely can't do what we do. Okay, we push through flu, listen, Ebola, whatever the case, we still got to get food on the table, right? We got to wash clothes. We still got to clean the house. We got to do whatever, baby. They get a paper cut. They about to die. They right now obituaries and everything. Child, they got who gonna sing at my funeral, all kind of stuff, right? So it's over. But with us, we got to do what we got to do. We are always everything to everybody else. But before, and like I said, I always go back to purpose. What was your purpose before you entered into those roles? If you identify who you are before, then I'm telling you now, you will not lose that person. Those added roles are just bonuses to what you are, it just assists. When I come together, and I say this all the time, when I come together with an individual, with another person, a man, I'm not coming together for me to lose who I was and just to be with him. That ain't why I'm coming to. And I learned this. Listen, I learned more about being a wife after I was divorced than I did when I was a wife. Hello, okay. I learned that God doesn't pair people; He pairs purpose. Okay. And when I say He don't pair people, we pair people. We look at the exterior. Oh, he fine. Oh, he built. Oh, he got a wallet. Oh, he driving a Benz. Oh, he got a good paying job. He this, he that. He whoop, 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 whoop. He make me feel like a whatever. Mm-hmm. We pair people. We pair the what the person can bring to us, who they are, and all of this stuff. God pairs purpose. That's why it's a such thing as being with the wrong person, marrying the wrong person, linking to the wrong person, because at the end of the day, the very reason why you were birthed is the only reason that matters. Okay. Because at the end of it, when you get called back home to your father, he's going to ask you what you did with what I told you to do. What did you do with the purpose that I put on the inside of you? You can't say, well, I had to cook, I had to clean and iron his clothes and stuff and put starch on his collar. You can't say that. You had to say, what did you do with the purpose that I put on the inside of you? You can be a wife and a mother, but what did you do with the purpose that I gave to you? And so when I say he pairs purpose, I mean, he takes, when you pair and link to somebody, that's why it's very pertinent to link with the right person, because that right person is going to be in addition to your push towards your purpose. What's on them and what's in them, added to what's on and in you, will then propel you to your next level, and vice versa.
Okay.
You should never have to take away who you are to be with somebody.
Right.
You should never have to take away who you are to be a mother to someone. Never.
Right.
It should be a bonus that propels you closer to where you're supposed to be.
Right.
Right? And that's the thing that we lose. We lose. We do. And that purpose yet remains, and it remains unfulfilled until we tap into it. Because your husband ain't going to make it work for you. He ain't going to make it happen for you. He can assist, but if you don't give him nothing to assist, then what is he going to assist?
Right.
And vice versa. Then wives, they're not going to be able to help you, sir, if you don't give her something to assist.
Right.
Okay, identify your purpose before you link to something else. Find that out. And then for those who are in it, okay, for those who are in it, get to your creator. Have that oneness with your creator. Sit and commune and have that time with your creator. And then that way you find out who you are, who you were made. Like if your vacuum cleaner break, what you gonna do? You're not gonna call your stove maker. You're not gonna call the cleaners to tell you how to repair your vacuum cleaner, right? Or how to you're gonna refer to the manual that came with the item. You're gonna refer the manufacturer. If something is missing in me, if I don't know how to work something in me, I go to my creator. I go to the one that made me. Okay. And that's how you get to what you need to get to. Okay. Commune with the one that that created you, the one who put everything in you, all of those good godly bits of you, all of that good, wisdom and understanding and love and joy and peace and all that fun and all of those things that make you you. Okay, go to him and then find out who you are and who you are, how he sees you, so that you can start seeing yourself the same way. And then find out what that purpose is. And I promise you, once you find out what that purpose is, everything else will be so easy, because it will be in alignment with what your purpose is, what you're meant to do from your birth and being birthed onto this earth.
Wow, I love that. Pair up or pair with your, how did you phrase it? Pair with your
God don't pair people, he pairs purpose. Pair with your purpose.
Wow.
Pair with your purpose instead of pairing with, the size of whatever, a shoe size, or come on, can we talk in here? I know it's Sunday, but can we talk? Is this the right show? Do I need to save it for another show? Oh, okay. Listen. We too busy looking at that wallet. We too busy looking at what he can do for us or what she can do for me. And she's thick, she's stacked, she this, she that. She might be gorgeous. I'm talking about perfection, moving and walking. But is she proper for your purpose, sir?
Right.
Can she help you go to your next level? Can she help you reach your maximum potential? Half the time, listen, nowadays you got to ask, can she boil some water? Can she feed you? Because right now, these here Instagram babies, bless their heart. But listen, but when it comes down to your purpose, can she help you reach your expected end? Because if the answer is no, I don't care if she a 24, 36, 24. Mm-hmm. She ain't meant for you. Mm-hmm. All right, put her back, send her to whoever send her back to the water so she can fish on and swim on, and let her meet to whoever she's supposed to be linked to. And that's the same way with the man too, with us women. Baby, I don't care if he finds as Idris, Denzel, Morris, and everybody else combined. Okay, if he's not meant for your purpose, if he cannot propel you, then leave him alone. Because what you're doing is you're blocking the view from the one who's supposed to be with you.
You know what? And just even that statement alone, I think if a lot of us really think about it, like, man, if a lot of people, if you know what I mean, if people are really being self-reflective and really, trying to, develop personally, professionally, but develop personally, it would be a lot of people that would say, you know what, I need some time to myself to really figure out what my purpose is, right? Because like you said, you have to start there with that before you can pair up with anybody else or be the best that you can be at whatever it is that you're doing. I mean, because if it's really something that's meant for you or it's your purpose, it's almost like effortlessly.
Oh, sweatless victory. Yes, God, girl, you're preaching. It's Sunday. I don't know what church, I don't know where you want them to send an offering. But honey, you listen, you preaching on today. You hear me? And here's the thing. This is why it's very, very vital. It's very vital for a person to do that very thing. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you do not, and if you link to the wrong person, don't you know you can be that person's downfall?
Wait a minute, you could be that person's downfall?
Yes, if you're linked to the wrong person. Okay. If you are matched with the wrong person, everything in you could be the very wrong thing for this person. You could be hindering this person from reaching where they're supposed to reach as quickly as they're supposed to get there. Okay. If you link to the right person, what did you just say? It's effortless. It's a sweatless victory. You can get there without a problem. Because again, that person was perfectly groomed for you. Right. Perfectly groomed, fashioned, and everything in them is purpose for what you need, and then everything in you is purpose for what they need. If you link to the wrong person, or y'all link just because of something that some outer appeal or some tangible whatever, you could be the very reason why this person don't reach their potential. Because you're stopping their purpose. You're hindering their blessing. You're hindering where they're supposed to be going. You know what I'm saying? But again, we don't see that. Right. We don't see it. We don't pay attention to that because we're too busy looking at the tangible things. Right. Things that look good and all of those things. But as we learn, old wives' tale, what did they say? Everything that glitters is not gold.
Well, you know what? The first thing that comes to my mind is a lot of people, and I'm thinking back, on my personal experiences, other women like my friends, my cousins, so forth. I'm thinking back to a lot of times men look good on paper or people look good on paper. Yes, ma'am. So, okay, he has a job, he's been at this particular company for X amount of years, so he's stable. He has his own home. And we could throw some other stuff on that list, but that's like looking on paper. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's not really, it's nothing more than just that, and that person looking good on paper. Right. I wanted to mention that. And this is me with my curious mind. Yeah. And just this is what I'm thinking now. What are your thoughts on like for example, people that maybe got married in the 60s, let's just say, I'm pretty sure you're aware that a lot of times people draw correlations between marriages then that lasted versus like marriages today, right? Okay. So what are your thoughts on that? I mean, in reference to matching purpose. Okay. Now, back in the day, that was a different caliber of understanding when it came down to pairing together, right? There was a different caliber of understanding. Grandma and them and Big Mama and them and Pawpaw and them and all of them, they came together to, for whatever reason. Look at the movie Color Purple, okay? Let's look at that movie right there, all right? That man had been more love Celie than he loved the hole in the head, okay? But he loved what she was capable of doing for him, okay? She was young. She was able to take care of him. She was childbearing. She was able to bear children for him.
And in the event that he was going to croak or whatever, somebody will be around to take care of these children. Okay. Somebody will be around to carry on, in the deed that that he wanted to start. It was about longevity. They were doing things for their name, for the to have children, to bear children, to have lineages and legacies and stuff like that. That's what they was doing a lot of things for. Trust and believe, the marriages back in the day. I love Paw and Mama and them and all of them, but y'all know good and doggone well, y'all endured some foolishness. Okay. Listen, Papa had families around the corner, up the street, down the way. Listen, huh? And I'm speaking because hello, that's our story, right? You got cousins and brothers and saying you don't know that they cousin, your brothers and sisters and whatever until somebody died, and then at the funeral, hey, I'm your brother, I'm your what? Listen, y'all have been to school all these years together, and you ain't know good and well that was your brother, your sister. But that was the thing. That, trust me, I think back in the day, grandma and them tolerated things. You know what I'm saying? They picked their battles. They were looking for sustenance. They were looking for security, provision, because they had their roles. They had gender roles. The woman was in the kitchen cooking, tending to the children, getting them looking good and off to school, and help them with their homework. They did the domesticated stuff, and the man was up and out working, doing whatever he needed to do. He was a breadwinner. He brought home the bacon. They had specific roles, right? They had gender roles. See, nowadays, marriages are different because you got the woman, she got her thing, she got her business, she got her job, she got her, we independent women now, millennial women. All right. And the man has his thing too. So we have understand over the course of these decades here that we don't have to sit at home and just be barefoot and pregnant. And I understand it and I respect it because, again, going back to purpose, there was a purpose on me, and my purpose is far greater than just bearing your children. My purpose is far greater than just making sure you got a hot meal. Now, those are my duties as a wife. Yes. As a wife, you're going to eat. You're going to have a house clean. You're going to have these kids going to be good and groomed. They're not going to get on your nerve when you come home. That's Proverbs 31. But let's get into the Proverbs 31, shall we? Since because I told you, I always got to reference a word. Proverbs 31 says this. She rose early in the morning before her home. She got everything set and ready to go. She had food ready. House was clean, lunches was bagged up and ready to go. Clothes was ready out for the kids and the man. Okay. It says they called her blessed. They were honored. It says she had something to say. Her mouth had words of wisdom. She wasn't a simple woman. Hello. Mm-hmm. That's for the today women. We love you, but you have something to say. All right. Have a thought and know how to convey that thought. Okay. Know how to elaborate the thought, daughter. Okay. Now that's one. That's another thing. Okay. She also her husband called her favor. She had favor. She had wisdom, all of those things. She was beautiful. It says she, after her children left, after her husband would go off to work or whatever, what did it say she did? It says she adorned herself with tapestries, with silks and satins and rayons and things like that. Meaning she had that Hermes, she had that Louis and that Gucci and all of those things. Baby didn't look busted down, broke down, and disgusted. She was a queen, and she walked and looked and appeared to be one. Okay? So listen, bonnets out in the public, take them off. Put some shoes on your feet and get them house shoes off your feet. My grandmother used to tell me all the time, bedroom clothes are for the bedroom. You go to Walmart at any given moment of the day, you're going to find at least 4 or 5 girls walking around in their bedroom clothes, pajamas and bonnets and all of the things, okay? Nuh-uh. Get up, rise up, and be about your business, okay? Walk like, the old saying that you have to look like what you want to be, dress like where you trying to go. not where you are right now. Dress like what you want to do. And that's what we had to do. Now with her in Proverbs 31, that's exactly what she did. She was a queen. She was a wife. She was a mother. She was a queen. And she looked like that. Not just for her, not just because she was a wife and a mother, but she represented herself and her family.
Okay.
And so whenever you see me, trust, I'm going to represent them well as well.
Okay.
Okay. Now, then it also went on to say she went into the marketplace. Okay. In today's terms, she went into her business, the business world. It says when she got to the marketplace, she gave orders to her maidservants, meaning she had a staff. So not only was she a wife, not only was she a mother, but she was a businesswoman. So you can absolutely do it all. Okay. You can absolutely do it all. You can do, it's called balance. Right. It's called balance. Know when to begin, know when to cut it off. Okay? And do what you have to do in every role. But you can absolutely be 100% across the board. Across the board. That is one thing that I would say differs from the wife back in the day versus wife today. Okay. All right? But again, that's the Bible times. So if they were doing it then they can certainly continue to do it now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Again, that's knowing who you are, knowing the purpose that's on you, and not getting lost in your roles as wife, daughter. And I'm not even just wife, mother, wife, daughter, sister. You know, because hello, family, huh? Because you can be wore out by the family members too. Can we talk on today? Your family can wear you slap out because you have been everything to them. Okay, to the point where you just say, you know what? They can wear you out.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so but we tolerate it and deal with it because but that's my family. You know, I can't turn my back on my family. They done wore you over there in the IV, got an IV in your arm, you tired, you wore out. You know what I'm saying? But again, it goes back to if you don't take care of you, who will? Yeah. While you doing for everybody else? Yeah. Be selfish. It's okay. Again, this is Sunday we preach and turn to your neighbor to the right or the left and say it's okay to be selfish. And the word no, guess what? Has an anointing on it. You understand me?
You know, I'm glad you brought that up because that was one of the things I was going to mention next. So Dwayne Lewis said, we are exceptional people. We must rise to that occasion. Yes. And he also said later, yes, they can and will. And I think that's what you were referring to when you
said the family.
How did you say it? I never heard that before. Where you slap out. Is that what you said?
They will wear you slap out. Okay. They will. They will if you let them. But see, that's the key right there. If you allow them to, because the only way that somebody take your energy is if you give it to them. It requires an action on your part. Same thing with taking offense. If you take offense, can't nobody make you mad. You got to accept being mad. You have to take the offense. Okay. My grandmother used to tell me all the time, it ain't what they call you, it's what you answer to that matters. Okay, so you ain't got to take it. Same thing with your family, friends, whoever it is. If you give away your energy, if you give away your power, then you doggone right. It's a buffet. They coming to take it all, honey. You giving away for free. Mm-hmm. Every time they call you on the phone, you answer. Every time they need something, you run it. Every time somebody hungry, you cook it. Every time, listen, they got 2 feet, 2 hands, 2 eyes, listen, just don't burn down the house. Go fix you something to eat. Right. Mm-hmm. It's okay to say no. It is okay to say, I ain't doing it today. Huh? Mm-hmm. It's okay to do that. It is. And so that's what, when you're tired, it's okay to say I'm tired. Mm-hmm. When you don't want to talk about it, it's okay to say, I don't want to talk about it. And guess what? You ain't got to be met with anger and rage and all of this stuff. And if they, guess what? And if they do, that's their problem. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is.
So the things that you're bringing up are excellent. Like I said, they come up every show. You know, that whole piece about, being so overly concerned about what other people think, because everybody got an opinion. Everybody has an opinion about what you should be doing or what should make you happy.
Right.
And how you talked about the power of the word no.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Sometimes people, I think in terms of living out those expectations, there's and these a lot of these things are systematic, ladies, and we understand that it just didn't get that way overnight.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Where you are the go-to person, because people are good for, and this is even in a professional sense too, because I'm a licensed clinical therapist. People will bring you a bag, right, of stuff. I feel like that mess.
Yes.
Accumulated over the years, and they come to see you, and they unload everything. It's like, here it is. So what you gonna do about it?
What you gonna do? You become a garbage disposal. They're dumping their things on you. And then you have taken on, because see, I don't know about you, but I am a type of person where I'm a feeler, meaning I feel everything that somebody bring to me. You know what I mean? If somebody bring me and they are sad and they're down and out, I'm feeling it. Oh God, I don't want you to be sad and down. Oh, what can I do? Oh, I got to save her. Oh, I got to help him. Oh, I got to listen. And you save, help, and all of those, redeem and deliver. And then they going on skipping out in the sunset, and you over here drain, need to be resuscitated, you need a defibrillator, you need some Gatorade, you need all of the stuff. Okay? Because they done dumped off on you. And then I'm telling you, oh my God, that thing will eat and chew its way through you. It will. Okay? And one thing, and I have to go back to the marriage piece. Got to go back to the marriage piece. For us, when it comes down to togetherness, you have to be one whole person before you link to somebody. Not to say that you're perfect, because again, that person that you're linking to is going to have the missing pieces for you. However, be a whole individual. If you were scarred and hurt as a child, get that fixed. Don't bring that stuff over into your new marriage, because guess what? That new marriage is going to bring its own things. Okay? Get that fixed. If you have an ought against your mother, father, sister, brother, whatever the case, guess what? Fix that. If they did something to you and your dad was missing out of your life, and you have a void in your life, you have a void in your heart about a father, and you look to your husband to be your father, that is your husband. It's not your father.
Right.
Fix that before you bring it to him. That goes back to what you said. Sometimes we need to really, really say, I need to be by myself. But we're so afraid of being alone. Alone does not mean lonely, okay? Alone just means just that. Alone. You are just single. No, you are unmarried. That's what you are.
Right.
That does not mean that you are by yourself. Okay? But sometimes you have to, and ain't no sometimes, all the time, you have to purge the old to make room for the new. You are about to combust by just compiling just stuff. If you haven't purged that old stuff out of there and made room for the new. If you got trust issues from back in the day, don't bring that over here. Because anything this person do, I'm talking about, she can be sending the text to her sister. And because this old girl, Bonquisha, 20 years ago, cheated on you, and she texted, and you found a text from Bonquisha from dude Antoine and Byron, then you mad because you all of a sudden, because she texts her sister, I love you, then you're insecure. Remedy that stuff before you bring it into a new situation. Because I'm telling you, if you do not, it is going to cause some y'all going to spend more time fixing problems than actually having a marriage. Okay. And so then you're going to, it's this unrealistic expectations you will be placing on this individual to fix you. And then when they don't fix you, then you looking at them like, well, you were supposed to, and I'm not happy because I'm unfulfilled. Well, you was unfulfilled before you came into this. Okay. That ain't my fault. Right? Because you're trying to be something that you can never be. You didn't break them, so you can't repair them. Right? And so that's the thing that people need to understand. Just going back to that piece right there. When it comes down to us, allowing others to come and bring their bag of stuff. You got your own stuff. Okay? You got your own stuff. I don't need no more stuff. I gotta declutter myself. And you gonna bring me, that's just like somebody, you cleaning your house spotless. You done wiped it down. You done cleaned the baseboards. You got the chandelier, the blinds, window sills. And then you just stand in the middle of the room and you like, whoo, you smelling bleach and Glade plug-ins and carpet fresheners and all of the things. And then somebody walk in and just mosey on in. Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, honey, how are you? And with their bag. And they just take their bag and they just dump it. In the middle of your clean house. You like, you done bumped your head. Right. All of this cleaning I done did. And you done came and brought me your trash. So you're good. You're at peace. You got joy. You are happy because you've taken ownership of all of those things. You found your peace. You are happy genuinely, not false happiness. Okay. Because, again, Facebook and Instagram full of that false happiness. Okay. Just because we photogenic, we just take good pictures. That don't mean you happy, daughter, son. I just want you to know. Okay. Stop fronting for me. I don't care. Don't front for us. Get happy. Okay. Don't just look happy. Be happy. How about that? All right. So, and do that for you. But you're at home and you're truly these things. And then they come and they bring their stuff. They bring their stuff and they mess up your good thing. You ever been on the phone with somebody and by the time you got off the phone with them, they done just unloaded. By the time you got off the phone with them, you got to take a nap. Mm-hmm. you need some water because your mouth dry. You need some sustenance. You got to take a nap. Child, you just wore me out. That's what it is. Some folks you just got to, I got the gift of goodbye. Sometimes some folks you just got to open up the gift of goodbye on them and say, look here, I love you. I promise I do. Okay, this ain't me giving up on you. This is me. I'm helping you, right? So I got to step back. Okay, I got to step back. I got to give you some space to get yourself together. Guess what else? That don't involve me. Because again, the people will eat up and chew up and digest and spit out your time and energy if you put it in their mouth. If you put the spoon of your time and energy in their mouth, they will continue to swallow. If you continue to become a buffet for someone to come and eat off of your buffet, they will consume and they will eat you up into the place where you are no more. Mm-hmm. So we have to take ownership and control of our life. This is the only one solo dolo life that we have on this earth. You don't get no do-overs. Mm-hmm. So before you know it, at one time you 21, next thing you know, you look up you 35, next thing you know, you look up you 50. Listen, time is waiting on no one. And I'm gonna tell you something. I don't have no time for no foolishness. No more. We've spent and wasted all the time we got on unnecessary stuff. We absolutely have. Now it's time to dig your foot in the ground and actually plant yourself for you. Pursue your dreams, pursue your purpose, get to your peace, get to your happiness. If somebody else ain't got peace, again, let them go on and find that for themselves. That's not your that's not your bent to find peace for somebody else. Your focus is to find peace for you. Celebrate peace with them. Don't find it for them.
Right. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a excellent distinction there. Celebrate their peace, but that don't mean you got to find it for them.
That is not my job description. They don't pay me enough for this here. Okay. Because some of these folks out here is crazy.
I know. Well, Kim said, no is no. Let me just acknowledge we have a Tanita.
Yes.
I don't think you were on earlier, Tanita. I don't think I acknowledged you earlier.
Okay.
Tanita, Kim Taylor, and MJ Magruder.
Yes.
So, thank you all for joining, stopping in on this Sunday afternoon. So want to say that. But this is just, this is very powerful. And like I said, it comes up every time. In terms of the setting boundaries and actually, setting boundaries and not feeling bad about it, because sometimes we'll say no, but we'll, that the guilt from saying no will just, eat away. And then that just the whole purpose, And then I wanted to say, one of the questions I always ask my guests is, how do you practice good self-care? Just, a blanket statement, if you will. I look at it as everything that we're talking about now in terms of, finding your own joy, figuring out what your purpose is, not allowing people to come and, dump all of their trash in your living room, so to speak. You figure it out. Setting boundaries, learning to use the word no. All of those items fall under that umbrella of practicing good self-care.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Because I think that a lot of times when people think of self-care, they think of, I'm going to go get a facial, or I'm going to go get a massage, or get my nails done. A lot of those things, like the nails and the hair and eyebrows and things of that nature, those for a lot of us women, those are just regular things that we do.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yes. But when you're talking about real self-care, there's so much that falls under that umbrella, whether it's eating right, whether it's exercising. It's what's the other thing I was gonna say? Eating right, exercise. Who you spend your time with.
Yes.
I know you touched on that. And a lot of people don't really realize that how important it is who you have in your inner circle. You know what I mean? And I always encourage women to constantly reevaluate that.
Yeah.
Because just because somebody is a family member doesn't mean that they automatically qualify.
I'm just looking over here. I don't want to look nobody in their eyeball or nothing. Okay. I'm just saying.
Look, your word still has to be reviewed and approved. You know what I mean? And it's going to be, what's the word when they every year, like it has to be recertified?
Yes.
You got in 5 years ago, or you been there since 85, if you will. Don't mean that in 2020, 2021, oh my God, time goes by so fast.
Isn't it going by?
Yeah. So, it's okay. All that is part of preserving your sanity.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And actually being the best that you can be.
That's it.
So I guess respond to any of that, but also let us know how you typically practice good self-care, or how you ensure that you practice it on a regular basis.
Oh, yes. Listen, okay. I learned self-care in 2015. Okay. And the crazy part is I speak so sure about it today as if this has been my life for the last 30. No, ma'am. I learned self-care in 2015. Okay. And when I learned it, it took me about a year of being by myself. It took me about a year. Because again, I had to purge the old, not old people. No, I literally had to have that real, gut digging conversation with my circle and with God. I had to. And I had to accept what I heard. I had to take it. I had to hear it. I had to apply it. I had to accept what I heard. Okay. So self-care, good self-care is, like you said, defining your inner circle, your accountability. Because those people who's in your inner circle, those are your accountability partners. Those are the people who are going to keep you to your word.
Okay.
Those are ones that are going to really, really, really say, listen, I don't care if you're a superstar. Those ones are going to still say, your slip hanging, right? Okay. Those are the ones. Love you dearly, but I love you enough to tell you the truth. Mm-hmm. Now, if they can't receive the truth, then you have to question whether this person should be in your inner circle or not, because your inner circle should be trustworthy of you and you of them. Mm-hmm. They should know that when you say something, that it's coming from a pure place. Okay. Now, of course, you have people out here that are definitely, they want to hit you where below the belt, and they want you to hurt. They want you to cringe. But your inner circle should not be that. And if that, because there's times when, people creep in, okay, where they come in under false pretenses, right? And so when you identify that, it's okay. It's okay. Just make the proper adjustments and keep it rolling. But my inner circle, which I can count on these fingers, how many I have in mind, DNA included, these fingers, how many I have in mind, all right, are not afraid to tell me about me. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes, you guys, and we have to understand this, sometimes we could be operating in a way that we don't think is wrong. Okay. We, in our mind, there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with, but when you ask your people that love you dearly and want to see you do great things, and they tell you otherwise, you got to be willing to hear it. You can't be unteachable, untrainable. You have to be open to hear it. You do. Okay. So that's what I did. That's what I did in 2015. Then I asked God, show me me. Like, show me me. The real. I need to see me, because sometimes we can lie to ourselves. The biggest lie. People, let me tell you something. Let me talk to the saints out here. Let me talk to the saints. All right. Some of y'all saints, honey, y'all swim down. It's the actual sinners that's going to be busting hell wide open. Let me tell you something. It's some of the ones are the ones that lie to themselves. And you think that you're better off than what you are. You think you are. Okay. Now, for us, what we have to understand is that there is always room for improvement. Always. Always. You ain't arrived. Huh? You have not arrived. Because if you have arrived, you might as well go on and ascend into heaven. Just go on and float on up, let your ray of light come, and go on and go to beautiful glory. You know what I'm saying? Going on. Because if you've gotten it all together, but I can promise you, just as long as you got flesh wrapped around these bones, you are not all the way together. There's always going to be something for you to fix or to enhance or to develop further. Right. Okay, go up to, because to whom much is given, much is going to be required. And so when you level up, you gonna have to level up. Right? When you level up in life, you gotta level up in your spirit, in your mind, in your body, in your mental, in your emotions, in your whatever. Leveling up is not just my job title. It ain't just my bank account. Matter of fact, all of those things will happen when your internal levels up. Mm-hmm. And that's just what it is.
You know what? I want to, because I definitely don't want to miss this part. Mm-hmm. I like I said, just because your bank account is leveling up, don't mean you really leveling up.
Oh, no.
That speaks to society, how everybody a lot of times is so focused on, making more money, getting a bigger house.
Yep.
I was at this, which I can now afford. I got a boat, or
yep.
can afford to. I'm rubbing elbows with people that's making 7, 8, 7 figures. You know what I mean? And people aren't thinking about leveling up themselves on the inside.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to. Yeah.
The thing is, you are going to who you are inside. That's what's going to make way for what happens, what comes to you on the outside externally.
Yeah.
We're going to will those things. You know what I mean? We are natural we're magnets to everything that's supposed to come our way. Let me tell you something. We're praying that God fix this, do this, give me this, bless me with this, and the third. God ain't got nothing else to do for you. You know why? Because it's already done. Mm-hmm. What he has for you is already been complete. You are a finished work. Okay? You're a finished work. God is actually, he planted things. Because see, he knew our end before our beginning, right? So he's got strategic things planted along your journey. All right. So if things have not made its way to you yet, that's because you ain't made your way to it. Right. Okay. It's already there waiting on you. You got to get to it. And if you're internally not prepared to reach that certain stage, then you won't. Right. You won't. We have seen countless times people who were not internally, mentally, emotionally ready for the promotion that they received.
Yeah. And you know what? I mean, and this is a whole nother subject, but relevant to your background in terms of a lot of stars, whether it be in the movies or whether it be music, industry, their bank accounts are going up. You know what I mean? But they're not really. They're not ready. There's still a lot of work to be done. You know what I mean?
A lot of work to be done.
Fame and people know their name. You know, they're still very unfinished, if you will.
Yeah.
They haven't done work.
Absolutely unfinished. Yeah. And some things just because, and here's the thing, even in my career, going back to my background, and I don't even mention my background a lot because you are only as good as your last accomplishment. You know what I mean? So what you doing today? What have you done for me lately? Okay. That's the thing. Now, we can talk about, and that's all great. And thank God for that. And that was an experience and I loved it and blah, 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 blah. But what have you done? What are you doing now? Okay. What are you doing now? And so with that being said, in that background, there are so many different opportunities that I have walked away from. I've said no to, and all of those things. I'm talking about great money, could have been amazing money. Okay. But I walked away from it because I know that it was not the right time for me to have it at that point in time. Okay, you gotta know you gotta be real with yourself. Okay. Yes, opportunities are amazing out here, but you need to know what's for you and what's not. You gotta know what's for you and what's not, and when your time is. When you have that relationship, then you'll know when your time is. But at sometimes it's not the right time. No don't mean never. Okay. No can sometimes mean not right now. Right. You gotta level your inner self up. Your inner person, because that's really who you are. Come on here. Your soul, your spirit, that's really who you are. Not what you drive, not what you got in your account, not how you can fly, how much you can be flawlessly beat, how good your selfie game is. Who you are is who you are on the inside. And there's no getting away from that. You can't run from that person. You just can't. You can't front that. You can't false advertise. That is real. That's whatever it is, your spirit, your soul, that's going to tell on you. Yep. Okay. And it's going to tell in your actions, in how you think, how you move, how you speak, how you treat people. It's going to tell in all of that. Yeah. It just is. Mm-hmm. Okay. And if you know you, and if you are real with yourself, again, authentically, unapologetically real with you, then you know that there are some things that you shouldn't be walking into right now. Be like, you know what? I know I'm not ready yet. I ain't ready for that. Mm-hmm. I know they're trying to give me that promotion, and I just don't feel like I'm ready yet. Because if you take it prematurely, guess what? And you get up in there and you fail, because you ain't ready for it. Or you get up in there and you have a whole panic attack, anxiety attack, because oh my God, they want me to do something. And I thought, and that. You got to know you. You got to know what you're built of right now. And then if you want those positions and you want those things, then prepare yourself now. Prepare your storehouse for the blessings that's to come. Prepare yourself, right? Prepare yourself. Even for the wives and the husbands, you can be a wife and you can be a husband before you become one.
Yes.
Hello, you got to prepare yourself if that's what you want. If you want success, if you want a successful business, if you want a happy marriage, if you want children, I don't care what they say. I don't care what the facts are, what the scientific facts are. Truth is, you shall have whatsoever you say. Truth is, you will have the desires of your heart. That's truth. Okay? How many times have we beat the odds? How many times have we beat the facts, the scientific facts? I know people right now where doctors have said that they ain't gonna make it. They got cancer. They in stage whatever, and they ain't gonna make it. I know people right now, and then they go and they change whatever. They prepare themselves, not for death, but for life. Because again, in order for you to accept something, you got to accept, you have to take it. You don't have to receive the report that you get. You don't have to. And when you change, when you take and you hear what the facts are, and then if it don't align with who you can be and what you know that you can do, then you don't have to receive it. People get sick and the sickness take hold because they've accepted the sickness. They've accepted death. Okay? You don't have to accept that. You don't have to accept failure. You don't have to accept denial. You don't have to accept hurt, pain, illness, whatever the case. You don't have to accept that. You are the master of your fate. You are. Okay? Again, there's nothing else left for God to do. Everything that you need in this life is already in you. But if you don't train and change how you see things, if you don't change that mental, change your visual, change your spirit, change your words, change your action, if you don't change that, then you will never recognize the resources on the inside of you that were already placed there before you were birthed. Already placed there. Okay? Tap into those things. Huh?
You'll spend a lifetime looking for something that you already
You will spend come on here. Now listen, that you said that. That's a word. Where your cash at? Somebody need to send you some offerings. Listen, she said you will spend a lifetime looking for something that you already have. Mm-hmm. You will spend a lifetime looking for companionship when your companion has already been in you. Mm-hmm. You can be your own best friend.
And I know people friendly a lot, right?
Yes.
People, and I know we really going over time, y'all. I get a little, I'm really enjoying talking with you.
Yes.
And it's just, I'm just enjoying this. And we got a lot of comments. I'm gonna some of the comments in a minute. But this is just, I'm like overflowing right now because
yes, come on here.
Everything that you're hitting on is so real. You know what I mean? I wanted to go back to this other comment. I was trying to keep it up there for a minute because I wanted to make sure that I
saw it. Yeah.
He said okay, so MJ said, I just had my 50th birthday at the pinnacle of professional and family status, professional ladder, social and religious atmosphere, role model. Yes, I made mistakes, but I just learned self-care in 2019.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
And him being a male, I don't know. I know women.
Yeah.
I talk a lot with women, so I never really, got a male's perspective on it. But I would assume that in this day and age, in this society, just in general, we're so consumed with, like I said, if it's not people pleasing, if it's not, pretending to be okay, or pretending that I don't know, we got it made, and
Yeah.
let's take this quick, Instagram photo,
Right.
or constantly thinking about what the next step is, that you don't even stop to take a minute and just, breathe, and just really take, just really take in where you are right
Yeah.
now. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of people are so focused on where they want to be in a year or 5 years.
Right.
And they're constantly going, 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 going.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to touch base on. I wanted to read that comment out loud,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
we have. Oh, okay. Know what it is for you when it's for you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Yep.
It's so good. It's freedom is beautiful.
Yeah.
Freedom is beautiful. There is nothing more precious than freedom, than a perfect peace.
Mm-hmm.
A perfect peace. True happiness. To be understood, and then understanding. Those things are priceless. Do you hear me? I'm talking about absolute priceless. There is nothing outside that can actually give you those things. Those are inside jobs. Okay. And if you don't know how to discover those things, you will remain unfulfilled. I don't care what your status is in life. You will remain unfulfilled. And it's not until you secure those areas will you be able to really align yourself with your purpose. Because purpose comes in purity. Purpose comes in just truth and honesty. Right? We're fighting so hard to become something that we're not supposed to be. Mm-hmm. In every area, we're fighting so hard to be something that we're not meant to be. Mm-hmm. When, like you said earlier, and I'm gonna go back to it as often as I can, it's seamless. It is effortless. It is a sweatless victory. Life is not hard, people. It ain't. We make it hard. We do that because we got to make it make sense to us. We're basing it on our own little small minds. Okay. We're basing it on our own small thinking. We are. When really all we got to do is dig deep inside of us. Just go inward. Go inward. Because it's nothing physical. It's nothing you can obtain by way of your five senses at all. It's all inward. What do you like? What makes you smile? The last time you had and this is what I urge everybody who's listening, who's watching, and who will watch later on in the replay. When is the last time you were truly happy? You know what I mean? When you just had a zeal for life. Can you remember what the weather was like? Can you remember what you had on? Can you remember, smells and all of those things? Can you remember those things? Because whatever was going on during that time, try to duplicate that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? He says, okay, so he says men hold on to so much and are expected to hold so much. Yes, we get lost, especially if you are seen as the go-to person. Yes, I've learned to release the negativity, release the burden of others with truth. I control what affects me and how I positively affect others. A better me makes a better you. Exactly. Period. Point blank. Right there. When I'm my best. And going back to the word where it says the people of the world are waiting for the children of God, when I'm at my best, then when I meet you and when I'm coming to you and that exchange happens, me at my best will enable you to be at your best.
Okay.
That's just what it is. Me at my best will enable you to be at your best. That's why I have so many children. Because me at my best is enabling them to be them at their best. I'm talking about truly them. I'm not trying to change who you are. I don't want to change who you are. Listen, we're all uniquely and beautifully and wonderfully made. Each one of us have our own individual fingerprint. There's no other person on the face of this earth in this universe galaxy that has your fingerprints. If that ain't special, I don't know what is. Okay? No other person. You are uniquely handcrafted. Okay? So that in itself is just,
Yeah.
Okay, of course I'm gonna have a pep in my step. You ain't me, you ain't me, you ain't me, and you definitely ain't me. So it's just one of me. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Enjoy me, because that's all you gonna get. Okay. Many imitations, but none can actually do it. You feel me? Okay, that is the beauty. That is the beauty. And when you actually understand that you are so special. You are so special. Oh my God, you are everything and more right now. Right now. When you realize it for you, before you can go off and get the skinning and grinning in somebody's face, understand that you are perfect the way you are, but you got to know it for you. That way you're not looking for other people to give you something that you already got.
That validation. And when you know it, it won't be any more shrinking to the back. It won't be any more, questioning yourself, wondering what other people's opinions are of you and all of that, self-doubt and all of those things just shrivel up and they just
Yes. What I call it, this is what I call it. This is what I say to people all the time. If you're looking for me to dim my light, it ain't happening. Right. If my light is shining too bright for you, then here's some shades.
Here's some sunglasses.
Here's some sunglasses. Put them on. Okay. We want to protect your irises and your pupils. All right. Put them on, because I'm not dimming nothing over here. In fact, we about to turn this wattage up.
Right.
Okay. Y'all gonna get sick of me. I tell people all the time, I'm about to make you sick. Okay. If you don't like something I'm doing right now, you better listen. You about to be hot, because I just scratched the surface. There's so much in us. And I say, when I leave this earth, when they lower my body in the ground, guess what? They're going to definitely lower an empty vessel. Because I am going to exercise every single thing that God put on the inside of me. So help me. I'm going to tap into every single thing that's in here. If I'm supposed to be crocheting doggone it, I'm finna go give me some needles right now. You understand me? If I'm supposed to do whatever, if I'm supposed to write books, I'm going to write books. Matter of fact, the book that I did write, it took me years to write this book.
Okay.
It took me years. And the crazy part is, it's an easy read. You'll be done in an hour.
Okay.
But it's very impactful and simple. Okay. It don't take all of that. Just get the book wrote. Get it out of you. And here's the thing. Soon as I did that first one, now, because in obedience comes everything else. Comes everything else. In your obedience. Can you do what I tell you to do? Can you do what I put you here for?
Right.
Can you do? Are you trustworthy? Can I trust you with my mission? You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, and if you can show yourself trustworthy, then trust me, he can give you more. He can release more to you. He can take you a little closer to whatever that next bag of goodies that he got lined up for you. He can actually trust you with that, and know that when you get it, you're not going to squander it. You're not going to throw it away. You're not going to misuse it and abuse it. You're going to do right by it, because you have shown yourself worthy at this level. Now I can elevate you.
Right.
That's what it is. Now I can trust you with another heart. I can trust you with another soul. I can trust you with a child. I can trust you with someone else's life and business and money and whatever. I can trust you with that. That's why I don't play no games. When I date, I tell people all the time, when my dating, honey, I don't date, I interview.
Right.
I interview because I'm gonna tell you in the first conversation, I'm able to know exactly who you are and whether you are purposed to be here with me.
Okay.
Okay, in conversation. Because you let a person talk long enough, they're gonna tell you exactly what they're saying.
People can do it, but a lot of times people aren't listening. People are talking, but you ain't listening.
A word, y'all, she teaching on today. Huh? She
not listening. even by a person's choice of what they decide to talk about, you can tell a lot about what's going on and what they're really about. You know what I mean?
Because if you start off conversing about how much you make, guess what? You're not impressing me, sir. You're supposed to have a job. Huh? Mm-hmm. Well, I got my own house. Good for you. Because I don't need you homeless when you're trying to talk to me, okay? I got my own car. Great. That means I don't need to be picking. I'm not picking you up. God bless you. I take care of my kids. Good. That you're supposed to. Give me something I can work with. Don't give me stuff that you're supposed to be doing already. As a man, period.
Right.
All right. You're not impressing me. Everything that you got, I got. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I don't need somebody. I desire somebody. You're not one that I'm. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. What you got? What else you got? Listen, what else you got? Come on, keep it coming. What else you got? I need something to work with here. Can I work with it? What you got, bro? Because I know me. I am the table. Hello? Talking about to bring something to the table. I am the table, centerpiece, buffet, China and crystal. Okay. Love it. All right. There's absolutely nothing wrong with walking away from negativity and toxicity, family, friends, and others. What's meant for you is meant for you. Surround yourself with that energy or be that spark. Amen, amen, and amen again. Okay. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's it right there. Mm-hmm. Ooh, child, y'all done listen. We need what offering that? What you send your proceeds to, people? Yes, God. That's the thing right there, man. That is it. That is it. That is all. You have to understand once you understand who you are, then you're going to be very, very particular about who you allow in your space. Mm-hmm. Because you understand that your life is very precious. And it ain't going to be mishandled. Right. Yeah. But you have to be one to not mishandle it first. Right. So when you understand that you can't mishandle you, and you get it down in your spirit what you're supposed to be doing for you, okay, and you take care of you, and you consider yourself precious or whatever the case. When other people come around and try to attach themselves to you, you have to understand you got to run them by the proper protocol to get through to you. It's like taking applications for a job. Right. What qualifies you for this position in my life? Right. That ain't even just companionship. It could be relationship, business relationship, association, friendship, whatever the case. What qualifies you to be attached to me? Why do you think you're worthy of this position here? Right. And of course, you're not specifically asking those questions because it's not an actual interview, but in conversation, you can hear those answers. Right. In conversation. But again, we get lost in the sauce. We get lost in the tangible things and the things that we're impressed by the ice around the neck and the stuff that they can give us and all of this. No. No. Understand, my life is attached to purpose. It's not just something that you can play with or whatever the case. I am a queen. Are you a king? Right. Or a peasant or a jester? Which one are you? Right. Okay? Because I don't need no jokers. Okay? I don't need no clowns. Right. Yeah. So it's the truth. Listen, we have to understand you are call it conceited, call it arrogant, call it whatever, but you're going to call me free. Right. Period. Mm-hmm. I don't have to deal with the foolishness. I don't have to deal with anything less than worthy of me. Yeah. Again, there's an anointing in the word no. There is. And you have to take ownership of that right there, because you are the master of you. So that right here on this earth. Okay. So whatever you do, whatever comes to you, you welcomed it. All right. You welcomed it. It is a product of your own judgment and your own decision-making skills.
Yeah. And you know what? Say that again.
When it comes down to what's attached to you, it can only be attached to you if you welcome it. That's just the bottom line. Ain't nobody, putting a gun in your head and said, let me be your friend. No. You gonna be in a relationship with me. No. Okay, you have to welcome that person in. Which means if you welcome them in, then obviously you're the one that has to go through the proper protocols to make sure that they're worthy of that position in your life. Again, just like MJ said, family, friends, business, whatever. Because some family members, listen, their only job was to get you here. Huh?
And that's it. And you got
God, I appreciate you. Thank you. Huh? I see you around the ribs and the potato salad at the family reunion.
Right. Yeah.
But that's it. Your mission is complete. Your mission is complete. Now it's time for us to level up, because at certain stages in life, and you said it earlier, that people are purposed to attach themselves to your life at certain stages of your life. Who I was at 5 and the people that was around me when I was 5 will not be the same people that's around me when I'm 25. Yeah. Nor should you probably be hanging with them people at 25 that you was hanging with at 5. Hello? Right. There are seasonal people, leveled people. And so it's, and that hello, I don't know. I really want to go somewhere, but I can't go that way because we'll be here for another 2 hours. Listen. The same, if you are leveling up from the age of 20 to 30, and then 30 to 40, and then 40 to 50, and so forth and so on, that means that everything around you must do the same. If everything around you is not doing the same, then somebody somewhere need to reevaluate some stuff.
Right. That's true.
Because you're going to be like who you hanging out with. So if you're leveling up, then either you're going to influence that person to level up, or those people around you to level up, or they're going to influence you to dumb down.
Right. One or the other.
One or the other.
My mom used to always say, and at the time I was like, what's this woman talking about? She used to always say, birds of a feather flock together.
That's it.
And I think people kind of dismiss that. But when you moving in a certain way, mm-hmm. It's a logical progression.
Yes.
That those individuals around you, it's and sometimes it may seem kind of harsh, but it's so true. Either you all both are gonna, encourage each other, to go higher.
Yep.
Or it's gonna either be go lower or just stay stagnant.
That's it.
That's just keeping it real.
That's it. And in my world, staying stagnant means actually the same as retreating and going backwards, because the rest of the world is still moving ahead. Even if you're standing still, if we all get here, we're all here at the same level together, right? Same place together on this road. And you stop, you're standing stagnant. That does not mean the rest of us are stopping. We're still moving ahead. Therefore, you're in the back.
Right.
Okay. And if you link with people who are attached to you, chained to you, or whatever the case, and they stop and you're still attached to them, guess what? Daughter, son, you stop too.
Yeah. You may not stop right away, but eventually their weight is going to be too heavy.
Hello.
And, and you're going to end up giving up, or you're going to end up just stopping or missing some of the opportunities that was meant for you because you sitting here trying to drag this person along.
Come on here.
So I guess let's go ahead. I mean, this is so awesome. Thank you. Lakeisha joined. And Barbara, I don't know if I acknowledged you earlier, but thank you so much, everyone, for joining and giving us your energy and commenting. I'd like to close with go back to, I don't know the appropriate terminology or what you call it, but those principles that you listed earlier.
Okay.
I was going to try to I was on Facebook.
Got it.
For some reason, I think with some of the updates on Facebook, it wouldn't let me do it.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, but anyway, I want you to give us those again and just leave the audience with, a statement,
Sure.
that could be, whatever you choose. And then, of course, let them know how they can find you.
Okay.
Or, how they can link up with you.
Yes, sounds good. Okay, so the principles that she's stating, you guys, are the things that keep us from walking 100% into our purpose. Number one, fear of failure. Okay, fear of failure. Number two is the fear of opinion.
Okay.
Fear of opinion. Number three is the inferiority complex, where we don't feel like we're worthy of it.
Okay.
Okay. Number four is the superiority complex, where we feel like we too good for it. Okay. And the fifth one is your comfort zone, where, listen, you're good with your 2 fish and 5 loaves, and you good. I'm gonna feed my children, my children. we got our little 2-bedroom hut.
Right.
We got our little pinto. We good. Okay. Comfortable. You just refuse. You're too comfortable to step out into that realm. Okay. And the statement that I want to leave with you all is this, and it's simple: be in purpose, on purpose, 100% of the time. Okay. Line up and find out what it is that your purpose to do with your life. What is your life purposed for? As MJ stated, he said he's 50. He's 50, and he just found out in 2019 on how to be free, how to be himself, how to be happy, how to be joyous. You see what I'm saying? All of those things, whatever the case is in anybody's life, align yourself with that. Align yourself with what is purpose for you. Align yourself with what your purpose to be and what your purpose to do. Find that purpose. Be in that purpose and do it on purpose. Okay. Stay there deliberately, intentionally. Okay? On purpose. Any phone calls that you make, let them be on purpose. Any emails that you send, let them be on purpose. Even conversations. Hello, we just talked about allowing people to use you as a dumping ground. Any conversations that you have from this day forward, let them be on purpose. On purpose. Again, say no. And then do it 100% of the time. Whether you're having fun, whether you are, around your friends, your family, whatever the case, a business conversation, be in purpose, on purpose, 100% of the time. That's just what it is. Okay. And how the people can reach me, you can find me at my website, www.biancamisblee.com. My name is on the screen there under my my camera here. So you'll see Bianca Ms. B Lee, and that's BiancaMzBeelee.com. BiancaMsBeelee.com. Okay. And you can email me at info@BiancaMsBeelee.com. All right. And you can follow me on all things social media. Okay. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter are all Bianca Ms. B Lee. Okay. I tried to make it easy for you.
I got it. Wait a minute, hang on, let me see. I think I got that correct.
You did. It's BiancaMsBeelee.com. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thanks everybody for
ma'am.
Miss B. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This was awesome. This was awesome. This was absolutely awesome.
Yeah, this was so much fun. Oh my,
Yeah.
I love it. I love, meeting new people and just, interacting and engaging, and you're there
Yeah.
with me again.
Yeah.
I think our common connect was Dr. Carolyn, right?
Yes. Actually, yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I believe there's so many people. I have almost 5,000 contacts on this thing, honey. I know. Listen. I again in purpose on purpose. When you in purpose on purpose 100% of the time, ain't no telling somebody can use someone to get you to somewhere where you need to be. You okay? There you go. So who knows? Who knows? All we know is that now today, at this day, this time, this hour, we are both here on this screen. So however way we got it, we here. Okay. So
Well,
the plan, the purpose was supposed to happen. The plan was perfectly executed. So I thank you.
yes. Oh, I thank you too. And I really enjoyed chatting with you. And
Yes, same here.
sorry about that, y'all.
That's okay. Same here.
And so much appreciate. I really enjoyed you.
Yeah.
Listeners, thank you so much. And for those that will catch the replay, let us know you are a replay viewer, and please leave whatever questions or comments you have for us.
Yes.
We'll definitely be checking for it. And yeah, I was gonna say one other thing.
Okay.
I'll definitely be reaching out to you again in the
Sure.
future. Okay.
Sure.
So
I would love that.
all
Yeah.
right. Anything else you wanted to mention before we go?
Well, be on the lookout. We have events coming up. We absolutely have events coming up. I'm actually on a panel on October 17th, where we're discussing beauty. So I will have, if you follow me on Facebook and all of the other platforms, you'll be able to see information about that. So it's actually going to be posted today, I believe. And so that's coming up, like I said, October 17th, regarding beauty, regarding branding, regarding challenges, any challenges that we have had, since branding ourselves and, entrepreneurship and things of that nature. Like I said, one of my areas of expertise, I am a business coach, I am a life coach, and things like that. So we're going to be discussing that, myself and 4 other beautiful branded strategists and entrepreneurs and things like that. So it's going to be amazing. Also, keep an eye out for one of the platforms that I have. I am a founder of Behind the Scenes Awards and Recognition, where we celebrate what we call the stars behind the stars. So how we celebrate like a Beyonce, we marvel at her and, oh, she's so gorgeous, oh, her dress is this and her shoes are this, and oh my God, her skin is amazing. But we never celebrate the people who actually got her dressed, right, did her hair, did her makeup, lotion her legs. We never address those people. And so this platform, it actually honors those people who do those jobs, those underappreciated, those probably often underpaid positions. And so we had our first annual event last year, 2019, and it was absolutely amazing. We had NFL stars, NBA stars. It was actually the same weekend as Tyler Perry's movie production studio opening. And that weekend, my event was number 3 out of the whole city. And that was the first time out. We had media and paparazzi from LA, New York, Chicago here. We also had Grammy Award winning singers as our performers. We had a Tony Award winner composer for our opening music, our theme music, and the whole 9 years. It was absolutely amazing.
You're in Chicago?
I am in Atlanta, actually. Okay. Yes, from Chicago. Yes. Yes. So it was amazing. We did humanitarian awards. We did honorariums. We gave out crystal trophies and the whole 9 yards. Oh, it was absolute. Dinner was just phenomenal. It was phenomenal. Okay, to say the least. So the next one is 2021. Okay, we're honoring the first responders. Actually, that is what we were supposed to be doing before COVID. That's the thing. We were going to be honoring first responders before COVID happened. So right now, it's just the perfect timing for it. You know what I mean? Perfect timing for it. Because during this time, we must honor our first responders. They're the heroes here over this past year, during this year. You know what I mean? So this is just very much so appropriate. So be on the lookout for those. Tickets will be available for those, and you want to get your seat, because I'm telling you now, the impact that we made last year is going to be wonderful. You don't want to miss it. Okay.
All right.
All right.
So be on the lookout, y'all. Be on the lookout.
Be on the lookout.
Well, thanks again. And I really, really thoroughly enjoyed having you on the show. And
Thank you.
I'll talk to you.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
everyone here, thank you so much again. I'm Jacqueline Kabah Harrison. You have joined me with Miss B this afternoon for a roundtable show, which happens every second and fourth Sunday of the month. If you are interested in being a guest on the show, I'm interested in speaking with you further. Fill out the application and we can go from there. All right, everybody, continue to be great and continue to make an impact. And I will see everyone again soon. All right.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
Goodbye. Goodbye.